Be cautious about these 3 vegetables that might impact nerve health and circulation. Do your toes occasionally tingle or go numb without explanation? Have you noticed morning swelling or heaviness? Could your diet be contributing to these symptoms? While many vegetables are praised for their health benefits, certain ones might not be suitable for everyone, particularly if you're experiencing nerve or circulation issues. These foods might potentially affect blood flow and lead to discomfort like numbness or tingling in your feet. Many people consume them daily, unaware of their possible effects on the nervous system or vascular health over time. Today, I'll reveal 15 foods that studies suggest may contribute to these problems, including 3 specific vegetables that might not support nerve health as well as expected. Bacon. While bacon might be a breakfast favorite if you're experiencing numbness, tingling, or sluggish circulation, it deserves scrutiny. This popular food contains high levels of saturated fats and sodium, which can impact blood movement throughout your body. The salt content in bacon can promote fluid retention, potentially increasing blood pressure and hindering blood flow to your extremities. Imagine your blood vessels as constricted pathways when under pressure. Circulation may become compromised, possibly affecting nerve comfort. Additionally, bacon's saturated fats can contribute to cholesterol accumulation over time, which might challenge blood vessel health. For those prone to circulation or nerve issues, regular bacon consumption could strain these systems. Cooking method matters too. Frying introduces additional fats that aren't beneficial for vascular health. While completely eliminating bacon might seem difficult, reducing intake or choosing leaner protein alternatives could promote better circulation and nerve function. Processed hamburgers. If numbness, tingling, or foot swelling are common for you, processed hamburgers might be contributing factors. These fast food staples often contain trans fats, saturated fats, and additives that can trigger inflammation, potentially affecting blood flow long term. When inflammation accumulates, it may restrict circulation, possibly making nerve discomfort more apparent. Another consideration? High sodium content. These burgers often conceal significant salt, which might cause fluid retention, leaving your feet feeling puffy or heavy. Ever considered your quick meal might be connected to how you feel? Additives and preservatives used to extend these burgers' shelf life can also burden your system, potentially affecting circulation. Trans fats, common in frozen or pre-packaged options, might increase bad cholesterol while reducing the good kind, placing extra strain on blood vessels. Eventually, this could influence peripheral comfort. The upside? Switching to homemade burgers using lean meats and fresh ingredients could reduce that strain on your nerves and circulation. Number 13. Frozen pizza. Enjoy pizza. You're in good company, but if you struggle with numbness, tingling, or swollen feet, frozen pizza could be particularly problematic. These convenient meals contain high levels of sodium, preservatives, and saturated fats, a troubling combination for blood circulation and nerve health. The substantial sodium in frozen pizzas leads to fluid retention and elevated blood pressure, limiting blood flow to your feet. Ever noticed your feet feeling heavy and swollen after such a meal? That's because your body retains extra water to balance excess salt, causing tingling and numbness, especially later in the day. But there's more. Preservatives that extend shelf life promote inflammation, further compromising circulation and increasing peripheral neuropathy risk, a leading cause of numbness. Let's not forget the saturated fats from lower-quality dough and processed cheese. These fats elevate bad cholesterol, causing blood vessel blockages and further reducing circulation. That convenient meal might have significant health consequences. A better alternative? Create your own pizza using whole wheat dough, fresh vegetables, and reduced fat cheese. Number 12. Instant soups. Think instant soups are quick and harmless meals? Reconsider. These convenient options contain extremely high sodium levels, often exceeding daily recommendations in a single serving. This excess causes fluid retention, swelling your feet, and impeding circulation. When your body detects excessive salt, it retains additional water to dilute it, pressuring blood vessels and restricting blood flow to extremities, resulting in numbness and tingling. But sodium isn't the only concern. Chemical additives and preservatives in these soups create silent inflammation, further damaging circulation and worsening peripheral neuropathy, directly affecting foot sensitivity. Moreover, instant soups lack nutrients. They're merely empty calories that overburden kidneys and liver, intensifying fluid retention and increasing swelling. If you already have circulatory issues or foot tingling, frequent consumption will only exacerbate problems. Instead, replace instant soups with homemade broth containing fresh vegetables and lean protein. Number 11. Ready-made cakes and cake mixes. Who doesn't appreciate fresh cake aroma? But if you experience foot numbness, those convenient cake mixes might be exacerbating issues. These prepared cakes contain refined sugars and hydrogenated fats, two major contributors to poor circulation. High sugar consumption causes blood glucose spikes and eventually damages blood vessels, decreasing blood flow to extremities, leading to increased tingling and numbness. Meanwhile, hydrogenated fats raise bad cholesterol and lower good cholesterol, promoting arterial blockages that further restrict circulation. The outcome? Swelling, tingling, and increased foot numbness. But there's more. These mixes also contain preservatives and artificial flavorings that generate inflammation, potentially damaging peripheral nerves and intensifying symptoms. The good news? You needn't completely abandon cake. Number 10. Industrialized French fries. Crispy, delicious French fries are a popular snack. But if you experience foot numbness, they might be worsening conditions, especially commercial versions. These fries are cooked in lower quality oils and loaded with trans fats and sodium, a harmful combination for blood circulation. The high salt promotes fluid retention, causing swelling that pressures blood vessels, restricting blood flow to your feet. Ever notice swollen feet after consuming fries? That's your body responding to excess sodium, but that's not all. Reused frying oils create toxic compounds that inflame the body and damage circulation further. This chronic inflammation can harm peripheral nerves, intensifying tingling and foot numbness. The solution? Try preparing fries at home by baking or using an air fryer with minimal oil and natural seasonings. This simple change can help protect circulatory health while still enjoying a crispy snack. Number 9. Candies and processed sweets. Bright, colorful, tempting candies and processed sweets might seem harmless, but if you experience foot numbness, they could be worsening it. These sugary treats contain refined sugars and chemical additives, both negatively impacting circulation and nerve health. When you consume high-sugar foods like candies, your blood sugar levels rapidly spike. Over time, these constant spikes damage blood vessels, reducing blood flow to extremities, leading to increased tingling and foot numbness. The risk increases for those prone to neuropathy or conditions like diabetes, where elevated sugar levels accelerate nerve damage. Another hidden danger? Artificial colorings and additives which inflame the body and disrupt nerve function. When nerves lack proper nutrients, signals sent to the brain are interrupted, worsening numbness and tingling sensations. Let's be honest, many people consume candies mindlessly as quick rewards, but is that momentary sweetness worth compromising circulation? Fortunately, you don't need to eliminate treats entirely. Healthier alternatives like fresh fruits, moderate dark chocolate, or homemade desserts with less sugar can satisfy cravings while preserving nerve and circulation health. Number 8. Regular and diet soda. Soda, both regular and diet varieties, significantly contributes to foot numbness by directly harming blood circulation and nerve health. Regular sodas contain excessive sugar, triggering blood sugar spikes, damaging blood vessels and preventing oxygen and nutrients from reaching extremities, enhancing tingling and numbness. Meanwhile, diet sodas include artificial sweeteners such as aspartame and sucralose, which can cause inflammation, impair nerve function and disrupt glucose metabolism, aggravating symptoms over time. Furthermore, the acids and additives in these beverages further contribute to compromised circulation and nerve damage, making them even more detrimental. For those susceptible to these problems, instead of drinking sodas, choose hydrating options like infused water, herbal teas, or natural juices, which actively promote circulation and help preserve nerve health. Number 7. Beer. Beer, commonly linked with relaxation and social gatherings, can dramatically worsen foot numbness due to its negative impact on blood circulation and nerve health. The alcohol in beer initially causes blood vessel expansion, creating a temporary warmth sensation, followed by vessel contraction, which limits blood flow to the feet, resulting in swelling, tingling, and numbness over time. Consistent alcohol consumption can cause alcoholic neuropathy, damaging peripheral nerves and resulting in sensitivity loss, burning sensations, and muscle weakness. Additionally, beer contains high levels of carbohydrates and sugars, which can elevate blood sugar levels, further complicating circulation issues. Another significant concern is dehydration, as alcohol acts as a diuretic, making blood more viscous and circulation slower, heightening the risk of poor oxygen delivery to extremities. To reduce harm, moderation is essential. Number 6. Milk chocolate. Milk chocolate, despite being comforting and tasty, can intensify foot numbness due to its high sugar and saturated fat content, both detrimental to blood circulation and nerve health. The high sugar in milk chocolate causes quick blood sugar spikes, which can harm blood vessels and inflame peripheral nerves, intensifying tingling and numbness. Imagine your circulatory system as a river. When sugar levels are excessive, blood thickens, making it difficult for vital nutrients to reach extremities. Furthermore, saturated fats increase bad cholesterol and contribute to arterial plaque formation, further restricting circulation in feet and hands. Reduced circulation means more intense numbness and tingling symptoms. The greatest danger lies in uncontrolled consumption. Many people eat just one more piece only to discover they've consumed the entire bar. But not all chocolate is harmful. Dark chocolate with high cocoa content provides antioxidants that benefit circulation when consumed moderately. Number 5. White and refined breads. White and refined breads, including French baguettes and soft sandwich bread, may appear harmless but can intensify foot numbness due to their highly processed, refined flours. These flours lack fiber and nutrients, rapidly converting to blood sugar, causing glucose spikes that damage blood vessels and impair circulation, worsening tingling, numbness, and swelling in extremities. Regular white bread consumption bombards the body with quickly absorbed carbohydrates, causing insulin spikes and silent inflammation, both negatively affecting peripheral nerves and further limiting blood flow to feet. Moreover, refined bread's lack of fiber worsens poor circulation because it fails to regulate sugar absorption, leaving blood vessels overwhelmed and symptoms like numbness and swelling more noticeable. But eliminating bread isn't necessary. The key is making wiser choices. Whole grain breads with seeds provide fiber to stabilize blood sugar and support circulation, while combining them with lean proteins like eggs or white cheeses enhances fullness without harming vascular health. Number 4. Industrial ice creams. Industrial ice creams may be cooling and delicious, but for those experiencing foot numbness, they can be hidden culprits. Loaded with refined sugars, trans fats, and chemical additives, these treats not only damage circulation but also impair peripheral nerve function. The excessive sugar in ice creams causes blood sugar spikes, which eventually damage blood vessels, hindering blood flow to extremities and intensifying tingling and numbness. Additionally, trans and saturated fats in commercial ice creams raise bad cholesterol and encourage arterial plaque buildup, further restricting circulation and decreasing oxygen and nutrient delivery to feet. The outcome? Swollen, heavy feet with constant numbness. Another concealed danger exists in chemical additives and artificial colorings, which trigger inflammation and worsen poor circulation symptoms. And there's more. Since ice cream is cold, it causes temporary vasoconstriction or narrowing of blood vessels, which momentarily further compromises circulation. But you needn't abandon sweet, refreshing treats. Homemade ice creams using natural fruits, yogurt, and no refined sugar are healthier options that still satisfy cravings without harming circulation. Let us now reveal the last 3 foods, specifically the 3 vegetables to avoid. Here's why. Let's continue with number 3, spinach. Spinach is generally considered a superfood rich in iron, fiber, and essential vitamins. But for certain individuals, it can actually increase foot numbness. This is due to its high oxalate content, which can impede blood circulation and contribute to fluid retention. Oxalates bind with calcium, forming small crystals that can burden the kidneys and restrict blood flow, causing swelling and increased tingling in extremities. If you've noticed foot swelling after eating spinach, it could indicate your body struggles to process these compounds. Additionally, for people taking anticoagulants, spinach's high vitamin K content can interfere with medication, potentially making blood more prone to clotting, which further impairs circulation and worsens numbness. Another issue is that excessive spinach consumption can cause fluid retention, which compresses nerves and blood vessels, hindering blood flow and causing persistent tingling sensations. Does this mean spinach should be completely eliminated? Not necessarily. Moderation is crucial. Cooking spinach can reduce oxalate levels, making it easier for the body to process. Number 2, broccoli. Broccoli is highly regarded for its fiber, vitamins, and minerals. However, for those experiencing foot numbness, excessive consumption can worsen symptoms, especially for individuals taking anticoagulants. Why? Broccoli contains high vitamin K levels, which plays a critical role in blood clotting. When consumed excessively, it can interfere with circulation, making blood flow to feet more difficult, resulting in swelling, tingling, and persistent numbness. Imagine blood vessels as highways. If clots form more easily, traffic slows, limiting oxygen and nutrients from reaching extremities. But there's more. Broccoli also contains goitrogens, compounds that in large amounts can impair thyroid function. Why does this matter? The thyroid controls metabolism and circulation, so an imbalance can worsen poor circulation and increase numbness. Additionally, excessive broccoli consumption, particularly raw, can cause fluid retention, pressuring peripheral nerves, further aggravating foot numbness. However, this doesn't mean broccoli should be eliminated from your diet. Moderation is essential. Number 1. Swiss chard. Swiss chard contains abundant fibers, vitamins A, C, and K, plus potassium and calcium, making it nutrient-dense. However, for those prone to foot numbness, fluid retention, or circulation problems, excessive consumption can be problematic. The main issue? Oxalates. These compounds bond with calcium, forming small crystals that impair circulation and promote fluid retention. What happens next? Foot swelling increases, pressuring nerves and blood vessels, causing tingling and numbness. But there's more. Swiss chard also contains high vitamin K levels, similar to spinach and broccoli. For those taking anticoagulants, excessive vitamin K can interfere with medication, increasing clot formation risk, and further compromising circulation. The result? Poor blood flow to extremities, making numbness more frequent and intense. Another concern is that raw Swiss chard can cause abdominal bloating and fluid retention in certain individuals. This additional swelling worsens nerve compression, increasing tingling sensations in feet. Should Swiss chard be eliminated from your diet? Not necessarily. Moderation is key. Cooking Swiss chard reduces oxalate levels, making it safer. And if you want to continue receiving the best videos for your health, subscribe to the channel because it exists for one purpose: to make you a healthier person with improved quality of life. Helping you is my mission. In the video now appearing on your screen, a video with even more powerful health information, click on the screen and watch it. Until the next video.